Greetings, everyone. I want to welcome you here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So we're here Monday night to do another look back at a classic rock album. This is a show I put on every week in which I take an album that's either a 2, a 1, or a masterpiece out of my collection. And I kind of talk and review it a bit, I guess is the best way to put it. So the album we're going to do today is David Bowie's Aladdin Sane, released April the 19th, 1973, recorded at the Trident Studios in London and the RCA Studios in New York City. And I'll come back a little bit. It's really creating some kind of a light buzz here. Wow, that's kind of weird. Anyways, the length is 31 minutes. Probably closer to 32 minutes in length on the RCA label, of course. Ken Scott producing along with David Bowie producing. This is, I believe this is like his fourth or fifth studio album. Can't quite remember here. Anyways, let's call up some more information for you. I like having the second computer now. Allows me to do this. I never would be able to do that before with the MSI being stored away. So David Bowie on lead vocals, guitars, harmonica, saxophone, synthesizers, and mellotron. Other people appearing on the album include Mick Ronson, of course, on guitars, piano, and backing vocals. We have Trevor Bolder on bass guitar. Mick Woodmansey on drums, Mike Garrison on piano, Ken Fordham on saxophone, Brian Bucks Wilshaw on saxophones and flutes, Juanita Honey Franklin on backing vocals, along with Linda Lewis on backing vocals, and G.A. McCormick on backing vocals. So this album, I believe, I'm going to just put my glasses on here so I can look at it. So I believe there are 10 tracks. Yes, I was right. 10 tracks on here. So generally speaking, it's a kind of a poppy, almost hard rock at time album. Bowie's voice is typical Bowie, very distinctive, very creative, pretty forward on the album as well. You've got some excellent guitar riffing by Mick Ronson on several songs. Overall it's a catchy, a little bit of a bluesy album. It has a little bit of a blues element to it as well, and has a couple of fairly well-known tracks. So Watch That Man. That's the opening track, kind of a poppy, hard rocky type song, mainstream kind of sound. Nothing spectacular. Aladdin Sane, which is the title track, is a little bit quirky. It's got a little bit of that David Bowie kind of unique sound to his voice going on there. Drive-In Saturday, Panic in Detroit. Panic in Detroit has a really great kind of riff here. I like that a lot. Cracked Actor, another kind of poppy song. Time, that's a little bit different. It's not like the Time from Pink Floyd. This one's different. Pretty Star. This is, again, another kind of poppy track. Let's Spend the Night Together. A Rolling Stones cover that he does fairly decently. Doesn't really sound too much like the Stones. The musical part maybe is voiced very different from Mick Jagger's, though, of course. And then maybe the best song on the album, Gene Genie, the Gene Genie. Another kind of catchy, kind of poppy, hard rock kind of song. Really good. And then it finishes off with Lady Grinning Soul. Decent track. So there's a few tracks on here that got that kind of a little bit wacky kind of sound to them. Actually, wacky's not the word I want to use. A little bit, I guess, kind of odd sounds, I guess is probably the best way to put it. Yeah, so this was released in 1973. This particular version of it was remastered and released in 1990. So, yeah, Aladdin Sane from David Bowie is an excellent album. I'm going to put it down now because for some reason the whiteness of it is making the lighting much too bright for me to do my part here. So this is kind of my second studio album that I've gone through with Bowie. Well, in actual fact, it's my third one. The first one, of course, is Let's Dance, which I've done a video on, which will probably be you'll get a notification at the top if you want to go back and watch that one. The other one I have is his first debut album from 1967. He's really young here, maybe even like 15 or 16. I'm not quite sure how old he is, but he looks really young. Doesn't really look too much, and the album is very different from the rest of his stuff. So this one's kind of my third one that I've become familiar with. I've got 2 or 3 more that I've got to put through the playlist, but it's time, always time, right? Anyway, so that's the album we did for tonight, David Bowie's Aladdin Sane from 1973. Sorry, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please hit the like and subscribe. Better hit the notification bell just to keep me awake. I'm really tired today for some reason. And if you got any comments about the album or the show or anything, you can put those in the comment section below. We will be back next Monday for another Monday night look back at a classic rock album. Have yourself a good one. Take care and goodbye.